Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, June 8th, 2021. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. I hope your Monday was as good as a Monday can be. So, well, let's plow right through this week, shall we? Luminis Health, the parent of our own Anne Arundel Medical Center, is celebrating a big milestone today. Between their two hospitals and their mobile clinics, they have poked 100,000 arms with the COVID-19 vaccine, and they are on the road to the next 100,000 with a $2.2 million state grant. This grant will expand the mobile vaccination program to take the vaccine to the folks who can't easily get to the hospitals and to some of the more rural areas they serve. CEO Kristi Neidhardt said that if needed, they are prepared to go door to door to get the shots in arms. As for that 100,000th jab, that went to Kyrie Smith of Annapolis, who got it at the Mount Olive AME Church at a mobile clinic. And he didn't just walk away with the vaccine in his arm. He scored a $100 Visa gift card. As to the general COVID numbers statewide, they are all trending in the right direction. We now have 71% of adults with at least one vaccine dose, and we are less than a percentage point away from having 50% of the population fully vaccinated. So go Maryland. All right, I've got some hiring news for you today. If you are interested in a hospitality job, food service, transportation, hotels, tourism, etc., there is a hiring fair this Thursday. It is virtual, and there are more than 30 businesses looking to hire immediately. You want to check them out, you want to interview with them, and you want to get hired. If you want in, you want to go to applyannearundel.com and get your name on that list. And this next hiring event comes with some good news for foodies. True Food Kitchen at the Annapolis Town Center has set their official opening date. Drum roll, please. It is July 16th. I am so looking forward to that. I have eaten at the Bethesda one a few times, and it is terrific. It's to be a great addition to the town center. But before they can open, they need to hire, and they are looking to hire all positions from the front of the house to the back of the house, full-time to part-time, including management. You do need to apply in person at a temporary location they've set up across from where the restaurant will be, and it's between South Moon Under and Talbot's over there at the Annapolis Town Center. For the next 3 weeks, and it actually began yesterday, so Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. is when you need to get there to make your application. And from the notice they sent out, it looks like a decent benefits package as well. So there you are, 2 opportunities for you if you are seeking employment. And as we wrap up, the website rent.com sent me a report about the cheapest places to live in Maryland. And I didn't expect to see Annapolis on that list, and it wasn't, to be honest. But there were some interesting observations, and at least I thought so. All based on an average rent for a one-bedroom apartment. The cheapest in Maryland is in Salisbury at $1,015 per month, and that's up 3% from last year. Mount Rainier is close at $1,091, but they dropped 6.6% from last year. I'm not even sure I know where Mount Rainier is in Maryland. Towns in Anne Arundel that made the cheap list were Linthicum Heights at $1,717, Glen Burnie at $1,787, and Odenton at $1,798. Now keep in mind, those are the cheapest. As for the most expensive, Annapolis came in, not unexpectedly, at number 2 with an average rent of $2,206 per month. But that was a pretty steep jump of 11.3% over last year. The Dena was also an expensive place at $1,912 a month, up 6.76%. The most expensive is Wheaton at $2,365. Fort Washington and Ellicott City were numbers 3 and 4, coming in at $2,134 and $2,120, but those rates reflect nearly a 50% jump from last year, so that's kind of frightening. It's crazy how expensive this can be. And if you use that formula, you should spend no more than a third of your salary on rent. You should be making $79,000 to afford a single-bedroom apartment in Annapolis. Let that one sink in for a little bit. You can check all that out in the full report at rent.com, and I will warn you that that site is a fantastic time suck with a ton of fascinating articles about housing all over the country. Do check it out, rent.com. I spent about an hour and a half there yesterday. You've been warned. Finally, on the podcast front, in a few hours, we're going to be sitting down with the gang from Galway Bay to learn about them, A little bit later tonight at 6 p.m., George Young from DCMDVA Weather and I will be recording a summer weather podcast, probably talking about hurricanes and storms and whatnot. Probably be outside on the deck at Ramps Head Roadhouse, so you want to stop by if you're up in the area and say hello. And tomorrow, another one I'll keep under wraps for a bit, but I think it will be an opportunity for quite a few folks. Ooh, that's some intrigue for you right there. All right, that is it for the news today. But first, a quick thank you to our sponsor for this daily news brief, Solar Energy Services up in Millersville, and to the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company, and Rehab to Perform, a new sponsor who will be opening up at 1750 Forest Drive in a week or so. Alrighty, now hang tight. George Young from DCMDVA Weather is here with your locally forecast weather, and he'll be right here after we hear from Rick Peters from Solar Energy Services.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services, with your Clean Energy Minute. Does your home experience power outages? Or maybe you're concerned about energy resilience in general? If so, that's another great reason to consider clean, quiet solar-powered energy with battery backup. You may have heard residential solar adoption has rapidly increased during the pandemic for multiple reasons, and many homeowners like yourself are adding battery backup and electric vehicle charging to their solar projects. And with Maryland's residential energy storage income tax credit, along with the federal tax credit for batteries when paired with solar, the economics are quite compelling, and that secure feeling is even better. So whether you're looking for clean energy, energy resilience, or overall peace of mind with solar energy, we can help. To schedule a free solar design, call us today at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net. But hurry, sunshine's a-wasting.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Tuesday, June 8th. Yesterday was a bit of a summertime scorcher for the Annapolis region with plenty of sun, heat, and humidity. While today will be fairly hot as well, there's a likelihood for some showers and storms to possibly help cool things down a bit, though highs could technically still be near 90 degrees. Same deal for tomorrow before an even greater likelihood of rain on Thursday and Friday, with temps Thursday a bit cooler in the 80s before much cooler temps in the low to mid 70s on Friday, ahead of a return to low to mid 80s for the weekend ahead with mostly sunny conditions both days. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there. Stay healthy and be safe, and be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching DCMDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores. And also be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and use our website each day by visiting DCMDVAweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company.
Did you know that home values jumped over 10% on average in 2020? And we are expected to see more increases over the next 3 to 6 months. What's causing this rise in value? First, limited inventory. We have about 60% fewer homes on the market right now than we did the same time last year. Second, low interest rates. People can afford more home right now, and that is very appealing. Third, increased buyer demand. We literally have over 20 interested and qualified buyers waiting for the right home to come on the market, and we are not alone. If you are ever thinking of timing the market just right to get the highest price in recent history, your time has come. My team is available and ready. Give us a call today. We'll check your home's value and break neighborhood records.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-295-6579 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
Are you an active adult or competitive athlete dealing with an injury keeping you from being at your best? Then Rehab to Perform is here to get you back to your full potential. R2P is a unique fitness-focused physical therapy company with 4 locations in Maryland. More like a training room and a personal training studio than a medical facility. R2P offers physical therapy for lower back pain, overuse injuries, post-surgery, muscle pulls, chronic pain, and more. R2P also offers rehabilitation for concussions and mild traumatic brain injuries. To learn more, visit rehabtoperform.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.